So we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna set my timer on the floor. That's an 8-second marker to let us know when to start or when to prep for it. I'm gonna loop the band around my wrist. I'm gonna reach up nice and tall, and this is your plank workout. 50 seconds of work. You're gonna hinge from the knees and the hips. Option to intensify this with a push-up at the bottom. We're gonna walk it all the way back up. If you wanna leave out the push-up, that's totally fine. You could also make the push-up easier by boom, coming down onto the knees and pushing away, walking it all the way back up. Whew, that knees option gave me a little bit more downtime. So that means a lot less work in case you don't want to do a whole lot of work. And you could also, again, omit the push-up. You're getting a lot of good things here, some trunk stability, some shoulder stability, all the things firing for your core here. I've got 4 seconds left, so I'm gonna get this last one in. All right, and that marks 50 seconds. I'm gonna take it down onto the floor next. And this is gonna be, again, set 1 with your 3 moves are gonna be all with band. Set 2 is gonna be without band. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the band around my thumbs over here, going into a high plank, and I'm simply shifting my feet, rotating over towards the side. I'm going for a row here. What I'm getting when I'm doing these combination moves is some shoulder work, posterior delt or back of the shoulder, as well as some oblique and lat activation here. So those are the muscles of your back, the lats. I've got 4 seconds left here. 3, 2, and 1. Good. So that was 40 seconds of work. That gives us 20 seconds of rest for me to catch my breath too. And then in movement 3, set 1, I'm gonna loop the band around my feet. I'm gonna start by lying down on the back, making sure that my lower spine is flat. I'm drawing my navel to my spine. I'm lifting my legs up into tabletop with flexed feet. And I'm gonna slightly flex my spine or crunch up. And I'm gonna rotate towards my opposite knee, extending the same leg that I'm working on. Hopefully that made sense. Good, and I'm always thinking about my lower back here, keeping that flat. And this is going on for 30 seconds, which is almost up in 2. And 1, good. Whew, that's gonna give us about 30 seconds of rest now. And as promised, I'm gonna show you how to do this without the band. So we're gonna go for non-banded work in set 2. And I have about 15 seconds to prep and catch my breath. Now's a great time to grab water in case you need that. We're gonna go and take it back up to standing. So set 2, for my folks that don't have bands at home, you're gonna go for just a simple plank walkout. So I'm gonna reach up nice and tall, and that plank walkout is hinging through knees and hips. I've made contact with the ground, walking it out into a high plank where my shoulders are stacked on top of my wrist, and walking it all the way back, reaching it tall. So I'm walking all the way back out to my high plank. I'm bracing with my core, keeping my glutes firm and tight, and walking it all the way back up and standing, reaching tall towards the ceiling. 33 seconds left on my clock, so we're almost done. Alright, almost there. Again, option to intensify this by adding a push-up to the mix. We got 5 more seconds. Maybe another push-up. Alright, that gives me 10 seconds of rest to transition down deck onto the floor or mat, where we'll go for a high plank with a rotation. So I'm here in high plank. I'm simply shifting my hips to stack up on top of each other, and I'm rotating here, and I'm reaching towards the ceiling. So here, even though you're omitting the band, you're still getting some shoulder work, some trunk stability, as well as oblique work. Fun fact, I had a client that used to call her obliques the obliques. I just thought she was being fancy. We've got 7 seconds left here. 3, 2, and 1. All right, kind of warming up with you guys at home. We've got 15 seconds left of rest. I'm gonna be showing you that option on the mat without band, which is really just a slow-mo bicycle crunch. I feel like a lot of people like to speed through their bicycle crunches. Going really slow helps you to feel that abdominal activation a little bit more. So while you're performing these exercises, I want you guys to challenge yourself appropriately. I talk a lot about what's called the rate of perceived exertion in my training sessions or my classes, and that's really just a self-guided kind of feeling of how intense that feels on a scale of 1 to 10. And about 30 seconds of rest right here. So let's talk about RPE for a little bit while we get ready for, I don't know why I'm out of breath, set number 3. So on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 meaning like a baby could do this in their sleep, to 10 meaning like, holy cow, when is this going to end? You want to challenge yourself appropriately. Maybe it feels like a 4, 5, or 6, or maybe a 7 at most. All right, so let's go into number 3 right here, set 3. Here we go, reaching nice and tall, hinging from your hips and your knees. You're gonna walk it out. Option here, if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, you're gonna go for a push-up plus a plank tap. I always love giving extra credit, and that is your extra credit option right there. Walking it all the way out. Because it's the last one, I think I'm just gonna show off now. So I'm gonna go and hinge from my hips and knees. And then I'm gonna go and add that push-up with a shoulder tap. There's a lot of variety that you could add to these simple movements to either intensify it or decrease the intensity. Again, decreasing the intensity could go from your knees here. All right, that gives me 10 seconds of rest. I'm gonna take those lovely 10 seconds, take it down onto the mat. We're gonna go for that plank rotation. So if at most you feel like all you could do here, 3 rounds might be a whole lot, you could hang out in plank for 40 seconds. I'll totally accept that. Sometimes plank in high plank doesn't feel too good for my grumpy wrist folks, so hanging on to plank on your forearms where your shoulders are stacked on top of your elbows is totally cool. And you could challenge yourself with some rotation here as well too on your elbows, just in case your wrists are kind of grumpy. So I'm gonna do that option right here. Got 5 seconds left. All right, I'm gonna rest, lie down onto my back. Making sure my back is flat. You might be thinking, when should I do these exercises? I like them if I just have a core specific workout. If you're going to prime yourself for a run, this is also really, really good. So I like to do some type of core thing prior to my runs. As far as I know, running outdoors is still totally fine. Just observe social distancing rules and limit yourself to being 6 feet apart from other individuals. Went for a run yesterday. I felt pretty rad. My legs are dying a little bit. That's okay. Good, and we're resting. Ugh. Okay, we got 30 seconds of rest here. I'm gonna use this 30 seconds to show you a really, really, really good hip opener. So one of my previous mentors calls this a broken leg stretch because you feel like one of those chalk outlines on the floor in crime scenes. So you're thinking about flattening out that back, dropping your knees over towards one side, and you'll feel a big old stretch going on through, in this case, it's my right side of the hip. And you're gonna go and rotate in the opposite direction. And there's the bell. That dismisses you for your core stuff and your stretching. Feel free to hang out in your stretch for as long as you need to, but really good work today, you guys. I'll see you guys soon.